Trust me, Kansas City stand up. We in this thing.
Facts, facts. So we will start with the best for first, the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm gonna start us off here a little bit. Whew, I think the Chiefs might go 15-2. I got I gotta give
How
them respect.
ironic. How ironic. I'll go ahead and let you know. So do I.
Look, they're a monster team. I think they got better again. Like they lost some receiver talent, but like they're like second string receivers were putting up numbers too.
We good. We good.
Like
I really,
so I like this.
it sucks that we lost Sammy Watkins. I'm actually a fan of Sammy's play. I think he has a nice motor. He's been committed to the unit, and regardless of injury, being out, whatever, he's always come back and been reliable with. But with him moving out, and your boy Cole kind of sliding into that position now is a nice I'm a bigger fan of Cole. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I think he has.
Y'all
Nice.
sounding
You know what I'm saying?
playboy.
He has. I think the more comparable speed to Tyreek. I think he is the player that has been a part of more memorable big moments for us and been a part of a lot more clutch plays. And I think he got the heart, you know what I'm saying, of the city behind him, just on behalf of somebody who's been seeing him interact with the town and with the city. Not to say Sammy didn't have love, but he definitely did. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not forget one name that I think, was louder, but because he was a rookie and was still transitioning or whatever and had some stuff move around, we had to figure out. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire is in the building, baby. And so it's typical of the Kansas City Chief offense, next man up kind of mindset and mentality. I think we looking long and strong right there in that wide receiver position for real.
Facts. I have the only two losses I have them taking, and I'm gonna say it's week 1 to the Browns and week 5 to the Bills. And I think week 1 is actually the most vulnerable Kansas City will be all year long. They got a brand new O line. They basically rebuilt the whole thing. They got Joe Tooney from the Pats. They got Orlando Brown from the Ravens at left tackle. They brought in Kyle Long, a former Bear, to play guard. And week 1 is going to be interesting because Kyle Long got hurt during OTA's camp. So he's either just going to be fresh back, not fully conditioned, or you'll have a backup in there. And you're going to deal with what might be the best defensive line in the NFL with the Browns that week. I think.
No, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I know we're talking about the O-line, and I'm optimistic though, right? We got some new pieces, but we getting DeVarnay Tardif back, right? I think if he's able to kind of readjust and get back and find his swag, we gonna be feeling good. And then Chris Jones is still, the anchor of that unit. He moved. Did he move sides from like the left to the right or something like that? Like he a right tackle now?
Yes. Orlando Brown was like, I have to play left tackle. That's why he got out of Baltimore. He's like, I must be a left tackle. I think his dad was. So he's like, I'm a left tackle.
Absolutely. But that's the leadership, though, that we see is like, all right, come on in, do what makes you feel comfortable. We got to slide over here and go ahead and just be the functional unit that we know we can be. And so that's what's looking good. But you were talking about the Browns defense, which ain't no push arounds either. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, my bad. Back to the Browns.
You good. I think that's just going to be the time. It's going to take the O-line some time to gel, just new faces. That's all about like just coordination and reps. That O-line is only going to get better as the season goes on as long as they're healthy. And the Bills, I just think, are sneaky good. Like the Emmanuel Sanders signing went so under the radar. He's going to be a great compliment to Stephon Diggs. Their defense was already good. But absent injuries, I feel like the Chiefs are going to steamroll the entire league once again.
We knocking on wood. I think that's my biggest concern, right? I think we have the best big three in football in terms of Kelsey, in terms of Tyreek, who I feel like for whatever reason has slid out of the great graces of a lot of people ranking, people in his position, a lot of different, I think he just kind of got slept on. But I think that's because it's the trade-off you have when it's a everybody can eat type of team is that, I think the touches were there, but some of the I don't know. Like it's hard to explain why he stopped getting as much respect and as much shine. But I think them alongside Patty is just about to be a great situation and a beautiful reckoning that we're familiar with as long as they can stay healthy.
I agree. I think people overrate his speed, even though it's hard to do that, but underrate his skill and technique, which makes people feel like other receivers are just better because they feel like they're more technically proficient.
Yeah.
When like the leaps and bounds Hill has taken over the years from being a return dude is like massively underrated.
I mean, and the attention span of, fans and people who take in this type of thing is short. So when you get, it's overshadowed by off the field issues and backflips and running up into the stands and grabbing the camera, you really don't have a lot of people sitting there dissecting this game and giving it a lot of the credibility that it probably should have. But the real ones know, real Chiefs fans know, baby, we locked in, and Tyreek is a huge part of the train that is keeping us moving.